Imagine a train loaded with gold, priceless art, and stolen treasures, vanishing without a trace in the final chaotic days of World War II. In the forests and mountains of Lower Silesia, as Nazi Germany collapsed, locals whispered of a heavily guarded convoy that rolled into a tunnel and never came out. Decades later, rumors of this Nazi gold train still spark fevered hunts, government investigations, and wild speculation. Was it merely a legend born of wartime confusion? Or is a fortune still hidden beneath the Polish earth? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay updated with our latest videos. The story begins in the spring of 1945, when the Third Reich was on the brink of defeat. Soviet forces were advancing from the east, while Allied troops pushed from the west. In the territories of Lower Silesia, then part of Germany but soon to become Poland, Nazi officials scrambled to evacuate civilians, archives, and anything of value before the Red Army arrived. According to persistent accounts, one special train left the city of Breslau, now Wrocław, bound for the town of Wałbrzych, carrying not refugees but a staggering cargo of gold bars, jewels, priceless artworks, and secret documents looted from across occupied Europe. Eyewitness testimonies collected after the war speak of a heavily armed convoy, camouflaged wagons, and SS guards who seemed to vanish overnight. Some claim the train entered a network of tunnels near Wałbrzych, part of a vast underground construction known as Project Reich, where the Nazis were building bunkers and weapons facilities inside the Owl Mountains. Others believe the train disappeared into hidden tracks or sealed shafts near the castle of Siaz, a site rumored to house secret laboratories and meeting rooms for the Nazi high command. Yet no official records of such a train have ever been found in German archives, leaving historians to wonder if the story is fact or elaborate wartime myth. The legend gained new life in the post-war years as treasure hunters and local residents searched for evidence. Soviet troops who occupied the region reportedly conducted their own digs, dynamiting tunnels and removing crates under heavy guard. In the 1950s and 1960s, Polish authorities occasionally sealed off shafts after fatal accidents, feeding speculation that dangerous secrets or even booby traps lay within. Each unexplained closure or mysterious military presence added another layer to the mystery. Interest exploded again in 2015, when two amateur explorers, Piotr Koper and Andreas Richter, announced they had found clear ground-penetrating radar images of a 100-meter-long train buried near Wałbrzych. Their claim electrified the media. Polish officials dispatched army engineers and mining experts to investigate, while treasure hunters and journalists descended on the quiet town. Hotels filled with tourists hoping to witness history in the making. Local authorities even suggested that if gold were found, a portion would be used for regional development. But after weeks of drilling and careful excavation, the site revealed only natural rock formations. No train, no gold, no hidden chambers, at least not where the radar scans suggested. Scientists explained that anomalies in the soil could produce false images, while skeptics argued that decades of digging with no results proved the legend was nothing more than folklore. Still, Koper maintained that his research was sound and that the true location might lie just meters away, behind untested layers of earth. Despite repeated disappointments, the allure of the Nazi gold train endures. Part of its power lies in the undeniable fact that the Nazis did amass vast amounts of stolen treasure during the war. Artworks from the Wawel Castle, the Amber Room of Tsarskoye Selo, gold from the Hungarian and Dutch central banks, and personal valuables from millions of Holocaust victims were looted and hidden across Europe. Some of these caches have been recovered, such as gold reserves found in salt mines at Merkers, Germany, but others remain missing. With so much confirmed theft and so many vanished shipments, the idea of a single lost train carrying unimaginable wealth remains tantalizingly plausible. The geography of Lower Silesia adds to the mystery. The Owl Mountains are riddled with abandoned mines, secret tunnels, and reinforced bunkers from Project Reich. During the war, the Nazis used forced labor to carve miles of underground passages, many of which remain unexplored or sealed due to structural instability. Geologists note that heavy bombing and post-war collapses could easily conceal a buried train, while engineers warn that unexploded ordnance still poses a deadly risk to would-be explorers. Every unexplored shaft fuels speculation that the treasure is simply waiting for the right discovery. Government involvement has been cautious. Polish officials have allowed limited excavations but insist that any discovery would belong to the state. Archaeologists urge patience and scientific rigor while local authorities balance safety concerns with the tourism boom that each new rumor brings. Even without a single bar of gold, the legend draws visitors, sustaining a modest economy of guided tours, souvenir shops, and history enthusiasts. The Nazi gold train also carries symbolic weight. For many Poles, it represents not only stolen wealth, but stolen lives. Property taken from Jewish families, priceless cultural artifacts removed from museums, and the broader tragedy of war. Recovering such treasure, even hypothetically, suggests a form of justice or closure, a way to reclaim what the Nazis sought to erase. For others, the story serves as a cautionary tale about greed and obsession, reminding us how easily hope can lead to reckless risk. Historians continue to search archives in Germany, Poland, and Russia for any mention of the train's manifests or orders. Some researchers believe that if the train existed, Soviet forces likely found it during their occupation and quietly removed its contents to Moscow. Soviet records remain incomplete, and Cold War secrecy means that critical documents may still lie hidden in Russian archives. Until those files are fully opened, definitive proof will remain elusive. What makes the legend so enduring is the combination of hard fact and unanswered questions. We know that Nazi Germany looted enormous quantities of gold and art. We know that Project Reich created miles of underground tunnels in the very region where the train was said to vanish. We know that eyewitnesses spoke of mysterious convoys in the final weeks of the war. And yet, after decades of searching, no one has produced irrefutable evidence of the train itself. Each new expedition ends in frustration, but each discovery of a forgotten tunnel or sealed chamber renews hope that the next dig might finally reveal the truth. The mystery of the Nazi gold train is more than a hunt for treasure. It is a reflection of our fascination with lost riches in the dark chapters of history. It invites us to imagine what might lie beneath the ground: crates of stolen art, mountains of gold bars, or perhaps nothing more than cold stone and wartime legend. Even if the train is never found, the search itself keeps alive the memory of the millions who suffered under Nazi rule and the countless artifacts that vanished during the war. As explorers continue to probe the hills of Lower Silesia, the question remains: is the Nazi gold train a real buried fortune, or simply a story polished by time and imagination? The answer may still lie sealed behind rock and earth, waiting for technology or chance to bring it to light. If this tale of hidden treasure and wartime intrigue sparked your curiosity, share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries of history. Do you believe a train laden with Nazi gold still lies beneath the Polish countryside? Or is it one of the greatest legends to emerge from the ashes of World War II?